Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be in the world, and welcome to Gift of Healing TV. I'm Sarah Jane, your hostess for this evening, and I have great pleasure in welcoming Karen Jane, who is going to be with us this evening, sharing, and guess what, I've moved it off my piece of paper. Karen, what are you sharing tonight?
A metaphysical meditation and a release of issues by affirmation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right, okay, so we have the wonderful Karen Jane with us this evening, who, if for those of you that have been with us from the very beginning, Karen has shared with us before, and I'm really looking forward to having her back on this evening with this, because I do love her work. And for those of you that have been watching, like you, I've talked about the Lords of Melchizedek workshops I've done with Karen, and she's going to be sharing more about that with us at the end of January, so please keep watching, folks. Very quickly, Sylvie. Hi, Sylvie in France. So hi, Sylvie, welcome. And thank you, folks, if you've joined us and you want to say hi and where you are, love for you to do so. Right, a little introduction of Karen. Karen began in complementary therapies at 40, having had a varied work life before that. Energy work is the part which sparks her most and in which she specializes. She began with Reiki and Sikkim and developed her work with energy into working metaphysically, that is, between dimensions of time and space, to facilitate clients in releasing influences from other lifetimes or other dimensions in this lifetime, to enable them to advance in every way. This is soul-to-soul work. At the same time, she channeled a series of day courses with some of her guides, whom she knows as the Lords of Melchizedek. This work begins with the participant's physical body to integrate all parts of that into a harmonious whole, which then allows the holistic person to advance in every way, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Karen also works and shares courses Violet Flame and St. Germain initiations, including sound energy work and courses, Egyptian cartouche treatments, and courses, abundance courses. So Karen does a lot. It isn't just sort of this little bit that you see, but Paul Burton is here. Hello, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
All right. And Dawn's here. Dawn, welcome. So Karen, what I'd like you to do is just share a little bit about how you got involved in this, because it's the metaphysical, the meditation that you're doing this evening. How did this all come about?
It seemed to me to be by accident. I was working with a client one day and she asked me, why do I keep having stomachache? And at the time I was working with Reiki Sikkim energy on her stomach, and I knew she had a problem there. And she just said, why have I got this problem? And just as I asked myself, or my guides, if you like, why is this problem happening to her, I had a really strong vision into another life that she'd lived, where she was actually murdered and eviscerated. And the energy of that incident had stayed with her. It was imprinted on her soul DNA, if you like, and it had come with her into this life, diluted, of course, much diluted in this life compared with what she'd lived in the other life. And so it, as I said, it seemed to happen by accident for me. I just asked the question and had this vision, worked with it, and really just went with it. I was so well guided. I see my guides in my mind, and sometimes I get glimpses of them with my physical eyes, but I would love to see them in front of me so I could say thank you however many times for giving me these visions and insights, starting with that one. And that was how I began working between dimensions. And then I started working soul to soul. I could actually hear what her soul was telling me about this incident. And usually when I work, I have to give credit to the clients. I hold the space for them, but it's their souls who tell me what they need. And so I work with that. And whether it be this lifetime where there's a problem or has been a problem which has caused consequences resulting in physical or mental disturbance, shall we say, or whether it's in another lifetime, it's always the client's soul who gives me the answer. Always. So credit to the clients.
Basically, they're just saying it's time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Everything is the right time for it, because nobody can help anybody until it is the right time for them to be
happy. Exactly. And I always believe that when clients come to me, be it clients who've been there before and lapsed for a bit, or new clients, there's a reason, and they are ready for that type of work, I believe.
Yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant. So that just gives people a little bit of an insight into to some of the things that you do. So I'm really going to hand over to you now. Folks, if you want to have some music playing in the background while Karen does this meditation and we all work with her, because I'm looking forward to this as well, please do go and put some music on. As I've said before, we don't play music because we don't want to infringe copyright of anybody's music. But if you want to have some quiet, gentle music playing in the background for this, please, and it helps you to relax more and to take more from this, then please do that. Karen, I'm going to pass over to you. It's your time to share.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Okay, so everybody who's there, I know that you can already feel something. Everybody who's there, because I can feel the energy coming from the universe through me towards you all. And Paul Burton, hi. Long time no see, no real see, and I can really feel your energy as well and the connection there and with everybody. So what I'd like you to do, please, everybody, is just close your eyes and relax the best you can. As Sarah said, if you would like to play music, please do that gently. But if you really want to hear the meditation and release, please don't make the music too loud. And please send roots down from the soles of your feet, deep, deep into the earth, at least 30 meters. If you don't think you know how to do this, just imagine it. Just imagine being a tree, for instance, or some kind of plant, and send your roots really deeply into the earth. And whatever you do personally for protection, whether it be with angels or guardians, spirit guides, with animal guides, whatever you do for protection, please invoke your own protection. And because we're working in a group, I'm invoking group protection so that you are doubly safe. And so just gently ask for that protection. Make sure your roots are down. If you feel some other way of grounding yourself, please do it. I know 1 or 2 people who are here have a little bit of an issue with grounding, so what I'm doing is putting lead boots on you. You should be able to feel your feet heavy. Those couple of people who weren't quite there with the roots. And just really, really relax the best you can, and know or feel or see in your mind's eye that there is a blue-white light which is surrounding you. It is nurturing you and keeping you perfectly safe. Breathe in this blue-white light, which is from the Lords of Melchizedek, the source of all that is good. So breathe in this blue-white light and allow it to flow all the way through your body, relaxing, cleansing, and healing you everywhere it touches. And as you breathe out, let go of everything you don't need right now. Let go of the day's miseries or tiredness, the problems, the issues, if you have them. Just breathe them all out like wispy grey smoke. And take in another slow, deep breath of the blue-white light. And let it flow again throughout your whole body, through your mind, body, and spirit system. Allow your mind, body, and spirit to be harmonious now, to work as one instead of as separate entities. And let that blue-white light continue to relax, cleanse, and heal the whole of your mind, body, spirit system. And breathe out through your mouth, letting go like wispy grey smoke of all the stuff you don't need. And another slow, deep breath through the nose of the blue-white light from the source of all that is good, letting it flow into every aspect of your being, every single aspect, relaxing, cleansing, healing, and preparing for progression. And breathe out the remnants of anything you don't need, anything that doesn't serve you right now. Just let it go into the blue-white light for transmutation. And as you continue to breathe the white light in and out, remember it also surrounds you, protecting you and nurturing you. Relax the best you can and be in your own special place, whether that is within or without the body. Maybe a place you already know or somewhere you would like to visit. Just find yourself there. And if you don't quite see it or feel it, imagine that you are there. Surround yourself with colors, sounds, herbs, flowers, animals, family and friends, as you wish. Surround yourself with the energies that you wish to have with you right now. And as you do that, think of an issue that you have in the physical, third dimensional or fifth dimensional life, whether that issue is physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual. Whatever concerns you at the moment in your physical life, hold that thought just lightly. Don't go into it, just hold the thought. Okay, that concerns me. And continue to breathe in the blue-white light from the source and allow the conscious mind to rest. Time to let that busy conscious mind take a break, time out. Let it sleep a bit and allow your soul energy, allow your higher self to take charge now for your health, for your progression. And a couple more breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth of the blue-white light. And simply know that your soul energy, your higher self, is now in charge, leading and guiding you on to where you need to be. So bring into your soul's consciousness that thought of the issue you wish to address. Just the thought, light, ephemeral, that you know you can deal with it now. And ask your soul to connect this issue with its origin in time and space, whether that is in this lifetime or a different lifetime. And ask your soul to connect this issue with any people, beings of another kind, or energies who or which are implicated in this issue. And if you don't see or feel anyone's presence, if you don't quite see the time in this lifetime or another where you need to be, your soul is making the connection. Your soul has made the connection. And now you can free yourself and any other energies which are implicated in the issue you wish to address. And although you are deeply, deeply relaxed, you can say this release affirmation out loud. It is much better said aloud. And if you wish to change the words slightly to suit you a little better, then please do. Now repeat this release affirmation slowly so that you can repeat it after me. I release this issue, and name the issue if you wish to. I release this issue with its causes and consequences from its time-space origins throughout all dimensions for all my existences. To the white light immediately. With unconditional love and compassion. I release all people, beings and other energies implicated in this issue to the white light immediately. With love, compassion and forgiveness. I forgive myself for having accepted this. I ask the help of Saint Germain and the silver violet flame. I take and transmute in the silver violet flame any outdated contracts or agreements of any sort which are relevant to this issue. I replace all that I have released with unconditional love, peace and compassion within every aspect of my being. I am at peace. So be it, and so it is. I reclaim my power and all my divine rights which I deserve. So be it, and so it is. Now just maintain your level, your relaxed and meditative state. Just be where you are, in your special place within or outside your body. And just look at yourself, or have an awareness of your body, mind, spirit, trinity in the physical world. Just be aware of your energies. Reflect on the issue that you had. Notice any energetic releases you are experiencing and be aware of the new and positive energies coming in. And take a few moments to allow those changes to take place. I'll leave you for just a few moments to be aware of yourself, your holistic being, and the changes which are taking place in and around you. And how does your body feel? Just take a moment to be aware of your body. Just that. And how is your mind? How are your emotions? How are things changing for you in a holistic sense and with every individual aspect of you? Take a few moments to feel this at the core level of your being. Now, please, if you would say aloud, I am healing,
I am healed.
I am healing,
I am healed.
I am healed.
I am healed.
Take a few moments to breathe in some more of the white light, the blue white light from the source of all that is good. And allow that blue white light of purity to help your healing, to help your progression. And anytime you wish, know that you may return to the place you have just visited. Know that you are the power behind your healing. And now please bring your consciousness back from wherever you are, back within the room in which you sit. Bring your consciousness entirely back within your body now, feeling your feet on the floor. And when you're ready, gently, gently open your eyes. And just one final thing. Because the energies take time to filter through the dimensions if you worked earlier in this lifetime or in another, the results may take up to 3 weeks to show themselves positively, strongly, but the work is already done. the energies have changed, and I could feel so many people's energies changing with that. So the work is done. Allow it to be so. But just remember, it may take 3 weeks for you to see really concrete results. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you so much for that, Karen. Wonderful as usual. Folks, when you're back, when you're ready, if you've got anything you would like to share or any questions you would like to ask Karen, please do. One thing I want to share is that for some reason, and I don't know why, because my hands were resting sort of palms up on my legs, and my right hand, with that part of my hand, just started stroking my leg and just kept stroking and stroking and stroking. And it was just like, oh, well, it was doing it, and I have no idea why. And it doesn't matter why, but it was just quite strange that it did that.
So maybe it's connected with the issue you wanted to address, maybe not, or maybe at some level you don't know it was connected.
I think that's it. I am, and I suppose I have been ever since I started working with energy. I have just totally trusted that everything that is happening is what's meant to happen. And having done all the workshops with you, you've just got to trust. You haven't got any choice but trust.
Yeah.
And with the metamorphic technique, the Reiki, all of this, the quantum touch, all of this, it's you're working with energy. You're working with allowing the individual's body to say, this is what I would like to be worked on, and the energy going to where it's required most. So
exactly. Yeah. And your body and your soul always know what you need.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, we've got a couple of comments here. Paul, 3 weeks just in time for Christmas. What a great gift.
Oh, perfect. Thanks, Paul. Yes, you're right.
And top that off with, that was awesome and wonderful. Thank you. So that's Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
Sylvie says, thank you, Karen. It was boiling hot in my body.
Great.
So, folks, if you've got anything, yeah, we've got anything else coming up? Not at the moment, but please, folks, if you've got something you'd like to share or a question for Karen, please do sort of do. Oh, Dawn. Okay. Thank you, Karen. Perfect. Blessings, Dawn.
Thank you, Dawn.
Very much indeed. So, Karen, you've been obviously Lord's Melchizedek. That's going back 8-9 years now.
7 or 8. I think it was 2007 when I first came down to Bournemouth to do it.
All right. Okay.
I think it was 2007. Might have been 2006. I really can't remember.
Yeah, I know I was living here when I was doing it, because I remember walking out to the car that very first morning with the very first of the work. Yeah. We'd had the sound energy day the day before.
Yes, that was
great. Thinking, what the heck am I doing? I don't feel things. I don't see things. Why am I going to an energy workshop? And it was like, you've paid for it. You're going.
Yeah.
And I will never, ever regret. The universe knew exactly what it was doing, even if I didn't. And it was brilliant. And we've got a couple more comments. Ines says, thank you, Karen. It was wonderful. Great to see you again.
And thanks, Ines.
My right leg triggered all of a sudden. Another right leg.
Interesting. some probable yin and yang balancing going on here. And could I just share, you know, my little trick that I like to use to show people that things actually are moving? Is it okay if we share that, Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll raise my hands, everybody. In one hand, it doesn't matter which. Please feel the energy of what you were as a holistic being before that exercise, before that meditation. So in one hand, never mind which, the energy of you as you were before that meditation. And in the other hand, the energy of you as you are now. And in another week, you could do this again, and you'll see that the energy has changed even more. And in 3 weeks, it will have changed more. But if you can weigh with your hands the energy of you before and the energy of you now, you should have some idea of how much you've moved with that exercise. And then if you do energy of you now, after the exercise, and energy of you in another 3 weeks or 1 week or 2 weeks or a few days, as you wish, you'll see that progressively you are moving through the 3 weeks. You're changing. Is that working for you, Sarah?
Absolutely, yes. I found my right hand sinking and my left hand staying up.
So I'm assuming the left hand is the now after the
yes.
exercise.
I hope it's the now.
I hope it is.
Okay. Right. Right. Okay. Inez says, strange. I did not write this. Oh. Right.
Okay.
Inez, I wrote it. Gordana.
Ah, one of Inez's friends, Gordana, wrote it.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So there's two. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Thank you, folks. Okay, so there's a couple of you watching together. Lovely, lovely. That we love that.
Thank you, Gordana, for that.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. I love it when people actually get together and sort of they watch it as a small group of people, because this is what we're here for. We're here for all of you. And if you get together as a little group, I think the energies for the group are greater than watching it on your own. I'm not saying you don't get anything from on your own, but if you've got that little group of people together, that those energies just get even greater.
Yeah, yeah. Could I just say that at one point during that, when I said, don't worry if you can't see or feel, your soul is making the connection, I felt the click of the soul connecting for quite a few people there. Maybe not everybody, I don't know how many people are there, but I felt click, 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 click for quite a few there as their soul made the connection. Even if you didn't see or feel something, it was there. So congratulations, you've done the work that you needed to do for whatever issue it was. And I can see as well that some people had some serious things to look at there. But obviously I'm not going to repeat what. It's their stuff. But yeah, congratulations, because there's some big changes going on there.
Brilliant. But also what you've got to realise is, I suppose you're going to be picking up energies for people who then watch the replay and watch this program on YouTube, which could be months down the line. This is the joy of working with energy. It isn't totally about right this precise moment in time as we're doing this program live with the people that are watching and are here with us.
Yep, agreed.
Well, all those people that come after as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, sorry, agreed. I'm nodding rather than speaking. It's not good, is it?
that's it. Just proves that we're human, and you know, sort of, and it's getting used to using this medium, sort of the. Yeah, so I've been clicking backwards and forwards, and so if people are feeling confused about where we're going with who's speaking and who's not, some of it's down to me and my handling of this. But this is what it's about. It's about being real. It's about being true to yourself. It's about us saying to you, here we are, here are all these different things that are available to you. Some will resonate, some won't. But open up and watch and listen and allow yourself to experience. What I think is so wonderful about the meditations and the exercises that we share, that Karen's already shared, and Dawn, who's been with us tonight, has shared, and other people have shared, is that you can come on, you can experience them and get a sense of, I'm glad I did that, even if I won't do it again. But it's done. And I think this is what it's about, Karen, with everything, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
about it, allowing yourself to experience things.
Yes, very much that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I hope that people will do that. It's why when we're doing the discussions, the interviews, we also get people to share an exercise or something within that, or something that you can follow and you can do for yourself. So Karen, would you like to give us just a little bit of a hint of what's to come in your program? Because it is going to be very much about talking about, and hopefully with a little bit of an exercise or something within that, but
Yeah.
possibly what we can expect from our discussion about your sharing of the Lords of Melchizedek. I've chucked you in the deep end.
Yeah, sure. I'll discuss why I work with the body as well as the mind and spirit, because somebody said to me once, you should be focusing totally on the spiritual if you want to progress. But I think because we have at least a trinity, there's the mind, body, spirit, there are other aspects of us as well which need to be taken care of. But I'll be talking about the trinity to start with, the mind, body, spirit. If one's ahead of the rest, there's no balance there. And what the Lords of Melchizedek and I are looking to achieve is balance for people so that they can live a holistic life. If you're completely spiritual or completely physical or completely in the mental, there isn't a balance, and you're here to live a whole life, a holistic life. That's my belief. So I'll be talking about that and touching on that and explaining, and with a bit of an exercise, how to integrate those parts and holding energy, because as you know from the courses you've done, that takes a lot of energy from the course leader, if you like, the course host, hostess. That takes an incredible amount of energy channeled to give people the loving space to be able to integrate those parts of themselves successfully and harmoniously. So I'll be talking about that, and we'll do an exercise to start the work on that if people would like to do it.
Brilliant. I'm really looking forward to that. And I know I've done this already, but you know, sort of it actually never hurts to go back and revisit it.
Yeah, Elaine, for the people who don't know, a mutual friend of Sarah's and mine, Elaine, hosts me when I'm in pool doing the Lords of Melchizedek and other stuff. And because she's my hostess for the weekend or the day or whatever, she sits in and she has repeated most of the levels of the Lords of Melchizedek work. And although she was completely integrated from the first level and continued to go on and work interdimensionally, etc., as you've done as well, Sarah, she still benefits from redoing those days, because once you've achieved a higher level of being or a higher personal vibration, even though you go back to the first level, you can address it or approach it from a totally different perspective, and so it adds to it a lot more. So Elaine is, and a few other people as well who've redone some of the courses, are living proof, if you like, that you do get from it every time. Thank you for letting me share.
Absolutely. I do want to share the thing that happened to me with the Lords of Melchizedek workshops. I'll say it again and again and again, have been amazing. They have helped my growth phenomenally.
Thank you.
And to the extent that what I say to people is, we are huge, we are enormous beings, and we don't have to increase the size of our body to fit how huge we are. We are way bigger than our physical form could ever be. And this is something that the Lords of Melchizedek workshops really helped me to become aware of. But the universe gave me an amazing gift one time. I used to do some shared care work with adults with learning difficulties. And this gentleman liked to go once a month to the cinema. And it was usually to films that I really would never, ever have chosen. But it was his choice. It was not down to me what we went to watch. I was just facilitating him to go to the cinema. And we went and saw a film called District 9. And it's about aliens that got stuck on this planet. And the area in, I think it was South Africa, was called District 9, which was where they were. And I was watching this film, and I felt really unwell. I suppose actually the sense was, what was happening was my vastness was being squeezed back into my physical form. And it was so uncomfortable. It felt horrible. And once we got out of the cinema, actually out of the building, everything started to relax back in, back to normal. And it was afterwards I realized what an amazing gift that film had been to me, in helping me realize just how much I had grown, that I didn't have to be within my physical self, that I and everybody else, everybody out there is way, way bigger, as vast in comparison to their physical form. And so I did see it as a gift. It felt horrible. It really did, to be put back where I had been, with my vastness being shoved into my physical form. But it was amazing. Have you ever experienced anything like that, Karen?
Yes, and even now, from time to time, I feel that, not quite being crammed, but that my vibration needs to expand again, and not to be pushed in. I don't think it's, at the moment, it's not as drastic as you experienced then, but in the past it has been like that. Yeah, and I think it takes some practice sometimes to go, hang on a minute, I really am this vast being. I really am that big energetically, and no way is anything going to limit that again. And especially if you work from an attitude of unconditional love, nothing else really should limit you again. The love is all that there is, and if you can hold on to that thought and trust that you are a being of unconditional love, no matter what happens in your life, no matter how you react to things that happen in your life, still at the core of you, you are a being of unconditional love, and you have the right to expand and be that expanded being. But yes, it happens from time to time. You get a little bit pushed back into the bottle or whatever. And just on a lighter note, if I get pushed back into a bottle, it could be a bottle of vodka or a really good bottle of red wine. I would like that, and I would just always come out happy again then.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Karen, I want to say a huge thank you. Thank you, folks, everybody that's been here this evening. It's been great to have you. Look, before we finish, next week we have a panel discussion, valuing and honouring yourself. We have 3 guests, Sue Stone, who's the founder of the Sue Stone Foundation, actually based again locally here in the Bournemouth area. We have a gentleman called David McLeod. I may have mentioned David in the past. He and Tommy Stoffel, for those of you that have watched Tommy's Chatter Relaxer program that we did a couple of weeks back, they run Life Matters TV, which goes out on a Friday evening. So David's coming on and joining us, providing he gives me the information. He hasn't given me yet. Bless his cotton socks, but I know David, so I know he'll do that. And we also have Tony Brown, who's the founder of Ultimate Positivity. He's also a motor racing champion. So valuing and honouring yourself. And I have the feeling it's going to be a wonderful discussion, and hopefully will help everybody. As Karen's work with this is about valuing and honouring yourself. This is going to be a discussion on that. So I hope, folks, that you will join us for that. Those of you that have registered for this program, you'll get the link to the replay, and you will get the link in that email to register for next week's program. So I'd love you to join us. Thank you, Karen, for being here again with us, and we look forward to having you back again at the end of January and learning more about the Lords of Melchizedek workshops. Thank you for being here. Any final words you'd like to share with our audience?
Just thanks everybody who was there, and be blessed. Take care of yourselves. And sending you lots of unconditional love, that is. Not the wine in the bottle, because that's mine.
Karen, thank you so much. Thank you, folks, for being with us this evening. We'll hopefully see you again next week. Love, peace, and light to you all. Namaste.